This conference will now be recorded.
That
This conference will now be recorded.
I have overall of experience in Splunk, around 4.2 years of Splunk experience as a real-time employee. I am working with one of the corporate company, MNC companies. So US-based clients we are working. Actually, we are talking about a Splunk here. As a Splunk is one of the best tool which will be work on monitoring activities. Splunk has a lot of names. We can call it as a monitoring tool, log analysis tool, log monitoring tool, infrastructure monitoring tool, application monitoring tool, SIEM tool, even analytical tool and integration tool like that. Whatever the name it should be, Splunk majorly deals with the log files. It deals with the mission data, which will make your unstructured data into structured. What is unstructured, what is structured, and what is log files, we will see on next. So as of now, I'm just go with introduction of candidates. After introduction of candidates, I will start my session with Splunk career, career, career growth as well as opportunities and content wise what we will cover. Everything I will tell you, and after that we will go with a agenda called what is Splunk, why Splunk, where Splunk, when Splunk, and how Splunk. We'll start from here itself. Now come back to the Splunk. Splunk consists of two things. One is administration and other one is development part. Administration and development part. Administration will deals with the configuration file. Administration is dealing with the configuration files. Whereas development part is dealing with the creating a reports, alerts, dashboards, and visualizations for their own use cases. Both admin and development part, no need of coding. Administration will get a reference with your configuration files, which was already there in Splunk at the time of installation. You will get some default configuration files. With that configuration files, we just make our activities or modification of our things within the Splunk configurations. And coming to the administration, morely onboarding process, data onboarding to Splunk and other things. And after that, implementation. Most important thing is implementation. How to set up your architectures like standalone, distributed, and clustered environments. So this is what about implementation. This all about administration. Administration includes 5 points majorly. One is installation of Splunk components, troubleshooting the Splunk environment, securing and scaling the Splunk environment, implementation of architectures, and setting the configuration files. And also we have a onboarding the data into a Splunk. These are the major key points in administration. Coming to the development part, we have a query That is, query, call it as a Splunk query language or search processing language. Splunk query language or search processing language. SPL. SPL stands for Search Processing Language or Splunk Processing Language. SPL. With that SPL, we can create reports, alerts, and dashboards. Dashboards consist of set of visualizations like bar charts, pie charts, tables, statistics, and other type of visualizations. You have maps. Based on your use case, you can implement your visualizations into the dashboards. Yes, I didn't start the slides. Just I'm telling that into orally. I will start the slides. Don't worry about it. Just some people are coming and some people are going. To make stability, I'm just orally explained everything. Okay. This is what. Now come back to the scope of our Splunk. Yes. Did you see my screen? Online people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good to hear that. As I said, like Splunk is a software platform which includes administration as well as a development part. Now coming to the administration, majorly configuration files, troubleshooting, onboarding the data, implementation of environments, parsing and indexing. Parsing and indexing. Parsing means filtering, modification, transformation. Indexing means storing the data. And after that, development part, Splunk own language, SPL, search processing language, similar like a SQL query, not exact, similar, somewhat similar. For example, join command, top command, rare command, stats, somewhat similar to the SQL, not exact. Okay. And creating knowledge objects. Knowledge objects is nothing but saved searches. We can create different searches. Creating reports, alerts, and dashboards for your own visualization, like pie charts, bar charts, and other different tables you can create with your dashboard level or report level. And you can also onboard the data with the help of REST API. What is REST API? How you can onboard it? We will have a separate class for that. So as of now, we can also onboard the data with a REST API call. And also we can include with XML editing. What is XML editing? XML is a one type of writing or coding, so which will helpful to design your visualizations, which will helpful to design and develop more on visualizations. So development part XML is needed. If you want, HTML is also enough if you know, and CSS. These three is enough. But morely we worked on XML sources, not HTML, CSS. Morely we worked on XML sources. HTML and XML, HTML and CSS are optional. Okay, clear? Now, to launch the Splunk, no coding is required. easy tool, latest tool, demanded tool, and supporting tool. Easy means no coding, easily understandable, easily understandable subject. Latest means very latest tool, very latest tool. With this latest, you can easily get your job by avoiding the competition. You can easily get your job by avoiding the competition. And the interview also not easy. Why? Because it is very latest. People don't know exact is a perfect subject or full subject, so that you can easily crack your interview and you can easily survey the job in real time. Supporting means from my side I will give full support. I will I will share all documents which was discussed in classes. I will teach how to get related documents in Splunk site. I will provide video access for next 6 months. After that, optional contact to trainer Ravi Kumar, myself. No charges applicable. 6 months is perfect. We will give the access for 6 months. After that, if you are really interested or if you really need it, please contact to the management or myself, Ravi Kumar, so that we can extend the access based on your requirement. And the thing is that once you enroll the class, once you enroll the classes for Splunk, you pay some money to the classes for Splunk, and the next class and next batch, any number of batches you can get access on live. But you will get videos with one shot, one group itself. But you can have a chance to attend live sections and sections. It's will be free of cost. Okay. Suppose you failed now to continue this batch. If I start a new batch, I will give you access on that new batch once you pay the money for that. Okay. That is the support for my side. And I will mainly focus on Splunk admin and development part with basics of Linux and AWS cloud. Basics of Linux and AWS cloud. I will give you interview questions. I will share the real-time scenarios with class itself. I will give you WhatsApp support. You can ask your doubts at any time in WhatsApp group. While practicing, you will get any doubt. You can make a screenshot on WhatsApp group or my personal number. You can easily get that one. That issue or problem solved. Maximum, I will support you at any time. But if I am in calls, my office calls or my office work, so it will be little bit late to react to your messages. But I will react to your messages. Finally, I will give you full support until you will get job. Until you will get job. Clear? Next, what are the prerequisites of Splunk? According to me, no prerequisites for Splunk with my course content. If you want to adopt my course content, a basic computer knowledge is enough. So you know how to use your computer, how to use your browser, how to create a documents, how to edit our documents, how to open your like different configuration files. That is enough. That knowledge is more than enough. And who can learn this one? Anyone can learn this one.
But the major advantage for the guys, for Linux people, administration people, non-IT people also can learn this subject. Why? Because you can easily adapt this subject. Openings, coming to lot of openings, you can say lot of openings. Now I think last 2 to 3 months onwards recession is going on. Even this recession period also, even in this recession period also, we are getting nearly 4 to 5 calls per day. Nearly 4 to 5 calls we are getting per day. Lot of calls you have. Don't bother about openings. Why? Because in this critical time also you are getting calls, means if all will be good, means what will happen? What about the packages? The packages will be starts from minimum 8 lakhs, maximum up to 25 to 30 lakhs, based on your packages and experience. Based on your packages and experience. The experience can start from 2+ years, and you can keep a number of years also, but the experience will start from 2+ years. Minimum they are expecting 2 years of experience on Splunk. Sir, if I give a 2 years of experience on Splunk, what will happen in real time? With this course, we can survey in real time? Yes. If you keep 2+, 4+, up to 4.5 to 5 years of Splunk experience, I will share the information. I will share the knowledge up to 4 to 5 years experience, guys. The guys who work for 4 to 5 years as a real time, what they know, I will share entire to you. That means if you follow my sessions as it easily, you can have a capability, you can get a capability to keep your experience up to 4 to 5 years experience. I think got my point. You got my point or not?
Got it.
Next, now up to now, you have any questions, you can ask me. Coming to the sections duration, it will take 2 to 2.5 months to complete this session. I need minimum of 50 to 60 hours to complete the session. 50 to 60 hours. Why? Because administration and development both needs to be covered. Administration some 35 days, 30 to 35 days, and development part 30 days, 30 to 35 days. Total I need around 60 hours to complete these sessions. It is a huge subject but easy subject. Okay. Now this is the duration and fee structure. I think you concerned people will talk about the fee structure and everything. And do you have any questions till now? Please call, please ask me so that I will enter into the subject.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
In this, SOC analysis, they will call using Splunk tool. This that also will be covered, or only like IAM admin team that only will be taught, sir?
Actually, the SOC analysis means the frankly we can say that we can't cover the SOC operations in Splunk as a practicals. In real time, we can perform it. It is one of the best tool in SOC analysis. But as a free tool, we can't use that SOC analysis. Why? Because in Splunk, you have a one application that is called security enterprise security. Sorry, enterprise security. With that enterprise security, we can do your SOC analysis. But this enterprise security is not a free of cost. It is paid version. It is contract to sale. Around $2,000 the cost of that application. So that here what I am telling you, so many people are using Splunk for business analysis, infrastructure monitoring, and server monitoring and application monitoring. This all will be covered in our course content, not security. But whatever the course content I am covering you, that will helpful to do your SOC operations also. When if you know some SOC operations with other tool. For example, right now people are using SOC analysis with IBM QRadar, HP Oxide, SolarWinds, McAfee, yeah, Log DNA, SIEM tool, and Netcool. This type of tools, ELK and other tools will be using. If you know, or if you know some basic networking concepts, if you know what is brute force, if you know what is vulnerability, if you know some security terminologies, how to implement, so that time you can easily do all the things which was included in SOC with the help of my content. Here, what will happen means, even though I know the SOC things, even though I know the SOC things, we can't show that in Splunk. If I try to show that in some other tool, that is not related to Splunk. Nowadays, in the market, what is happening is, some people looking for the cyber security activities. For that cyber security people, they are teaching some other tools and they are telling basics of Splunk. And they just say that, so Splunk was completed. Okay. But here, I am exclusively on Splunk tool, which will helpful to do n number of things. Simply what I am telling you here, I am here to teach you about a phone, not on application. I am about to teach you about a phone operations, phone software, or phone things, how the phone is working, and how you can use applications in phone, how you can set up your applications in phone, and how to work with your applications. Some few applications we will explain it. Not WhatsApp. I'm not going to explain WhatsApp. I'm not going to explain Telegram. I'm not going to explain phone application. I'm not going to explain a Facebook application. You got my point? Splunk is like a mobile only. So Splunk having a mobile only. For example, in mobile, if you want to use your mobile into your multiple things, what you will do? You will download an application and you can use that application to the some other people, like some other activities, like scanning the paper, like playing the game, chit chatting with your friends, and phone calling. With the help of applications only you are getting all these things now. That is called use case. Same like that in Splunk also. Splunk is a mobile. There we have a one app store. You can download n number of applications for your own use cases to implement the SOC, to implement the IT operations, to implement the rest of things and other things. Got my point? Here I am not going to teach a SOC things or SOC prerequisites. I am going to teach you entire Splunk from end to end, which will helpful to do your operations in SOC environment and other environment also. But if you are really interested, I will share specific documents to you if you contact personally after some classes or after enrollment. That will enough. Nothing will happen. Why? Because the people who work with the SOC, the people don't know Splunk. Okay, the people who work with Splunk, they don't know perfectly SOC nowadays. But companies are expecting the Splunk candidates for the SOC environment. The people who know full of things in Splunk, that guy is as it isly fit to exactly fit to SOC environment also. Why I am confident on it means recently my students got placed with Capgemini and Deloitte and HCL and other companies, and they are working on SOC environment only, SOC operations only, and they are happy to do their activities with my content.
Okay, sir.
Other other questions?
Hello, Ravi.
Yes, please.
Here, actually, what type of code in the Splunk for using?
SPL language. It's a Splunk own language. It's similar like a SQL. I will show you.
Okay,
So how it
okay,
looks. This is a Splunk software actually. So just log in. Simple query. Don't think that this much of simple like that. For understanding purpose, I am showing this one.
okay,
Just picking the index. What is storage? Storage is tutorial index. Type of data is source type access data. So you want stats. Stats. No, you want top. For example, this is your search actually. So what it mean? Don't confuse it. Okay, how this is? This is called SPL query. This is called SPL query. So for example, you have a lot of client. See here, here client type is are 100 plus. I want a top client type is top values. This is called code. Top limit equals to 5 and client type is. Now you will get a statistics of 5. This is statistics of 5, and this will be make it as a visualization. So desired visualization will be selected based on our requirement and make it as a save as a report alert dashboards, and that will be scheduled to the endpoints end users. This is just a simple query. So top command, you can understand the top command.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's what.
Here we are not using any like it's any Python PowerShell. Is it right?
No need.
Okay,
This is entirely development part. Here you have a lot of things to create. You can create all these things with the help of SQL query only.
Okay.
No
Yes.
coding is required. Even though I am fair
Okay.
about coding, don't worry about it.
Okay. 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 Like here, not we are not implemented like in the Java.NET code. Is it right?
No need, no need, no need.
Okay.
XML is
Okay.
needed. For example, here see, just save it as a dash. Example, go to edit. So click on dashboards. Here you have a, for example, this is one dashboard. Click on job detail dashboard. Open this dashboard. So here you can have a some XML source code. One
Okay.
second. Uh, these all are the default. Okay, leave it. What I will do. Here was, for example, dashboard, new dashboard, ABC dashboard, classic, save dashboard, view dashboard. Now see, this is one panel actually. You can add multiple panels here. There we have a edit. There we have a source. This is called XML source.
Okay.
Whatever the visualization we create, this is called XML source. We worked on these XML sources. Why? Because everything we can't do on UI level. Okay, to show more interactive way or to create a multiple things on dashboard, we can't use UI level. We can't do everything on UI level. So that time we will use a access. For example, you want to pass a token here, you want to set and unset the tokens here. That time we will edit and modify the XML sources. XML is nothing but one type of writing. It's a semi-structured language. Okay. So basically it is almost similar to HTML only. HTML only. Almost similar to HTML only.
Here
Okay.
we are
We will work on
here we
type of
want to
activities.
do any a lot of customizations or limitations only customization we can do here.
We can do lot of limitation. We can do lot of customizations. No problem with that XML source. From UI level means it's a limitation.
Okay.
You can call the CSS. You can call the JavaScripts with help of parameters. Anything. Anything you can do.
Okay. Okay, Ravi. Go ahead.
Next, any questions, please? Anybody having any questions, please ask me. Last 5 minutes for questions. Navin, still till you, it is same. Still it is same. Navin, my voice is not audible. If it is not audible, please rejoin the session. I think people are interacting with me. They are good. Yes, please ask your questions. Any question, man. Why? Because people are interested to learn the technology. Only they are showing interest. But they are very much confused with the technology, confused with their careers. So anybody having any questions other than Splunk also, please ask me. I will try to clear your doubts so that with this section you can decide that whether Splunk is suitable or not. If you decide it, from next section we will discuss about purely on Splunk. Got my point?
Yeah, we understand.
Any questions?
No, Ravi.
Thank you. Also, Naveen, Shubhan, Sharif,
No
Annamraj.
question.
Thank you. Pratyusha, Thalehun, Tulhan. Yes. Now, what is Splunk first? Now, what is Splunk? Actually, Splunk is a software platform which don't have any coding, which includes administration and development part. I will cover you both administration and development part. Splunk having a lot of names. We can say log monitoring tool. We can say search tool, reporting tool, application monitoring tool, infrastructure monitoring tool, integration tool, SIEM tool, analytical tool. Whatever the name it should be, but Splunk maximum deals with the Splunk log files. Splunk maximum deals with the log files. Did you heard about a log files? Anybody? Anybody heard about a log files?
Logstash also same, is it right? Monitoring tool.
I'm sorry. Please repeat
You're
again.
talking about the Logstash.
Log files. Logstash is the one of the software. It is like a Splunk only. Okay, I'm
Log
talking
files,
about a log.
sorry for interrupt. Log files is like raw data.
Yes, exactly. Raw data. What it consists of? It is raw data only. What it consists of?
I think it consists information about the like events or incidents.
Yes. It's not only events or incidents. Everything will be stored. For example, suppose you take a laptop, a server. Okay, laptop, call it as a server. In this server, there is a lot of activities going on. A lot of operations is going on, and lot of performances are happening based on their activities and operations. These all activities and operations and performances will be saved as some raw events. That raw events will be considered as a log files. All the resources will generate some data based on their activities, operations, and performances. That data will be in the form of raw data. That raw data is in the form of log files. So that log file raw data will be called it as a mission generated data. The mission generated data is in the form of log files. Mission generated data is in the form of log files. Every device, for example, if it is a router, if you use a switch, if you are talking about a sensor, if you talk about a server, if you talk about a mobile device, if you talk about other devices, all will generate some data based on their activities, based on their operations, based on their performances. Like we can say it as a information like incidents or particular operation or particular activity, whatever it may be. All will be saved as a some data. The data we call it as a log files. That log files is in the form of mission data. Simply mission data we call it as a log files, man. Clear? That is in the form of raw events. Whatever these log files, mission data is not understandable or not readable, not understandable, not readable, not understandable. Whatever the log file or mission data we are saying, we are talking, that is not understandable. Why? Because it is in the form of unstructured data. What it mean by unstructured data? Unstructured data is nothing but raw events which was not understandable, which don't have any schema. Whereas structured means it is understandable, which is in the form of rows and columns, like a tabular format. Whereas unstructured data means it's a raw events which was not understandable. It is like a paragraphs of sentence. So that you can't understand that data to make it as a structured as understandable, ununderstandable or understandable data will help to for tools. Basically, whatever the unstructured data or not understandable language will be make it as a understandable or structured. Structured means understandable. To make it as a structure, we need a tools. We need a tools. In the market, we have a lot many tools are there. In that, one of the tool is Splunk. So that Splunk is the one of the best tool to make your unstructured data into structured data. Unstructured data into a structured data. Whereas Splunk is the software platform which makes your mission data accessible, usable, and valuable to everyone. Simple definition: Splunk is a software platform which makes your mission data accessible, usable, and valuable to everyone. Or Splunk is a software platform which is used to search and report and visualize your data, which was working with a unstructured format. Clear? Now see, as I said, this is my search query. Now I stored some data into Splunk. I am searching the data. Index equals to some tutorial. This will be understand in next class. As of now, please try to understand this one. This is my data. Actually, this is called raw event. Actually, it is not understandable. See, but this is understandable. See, now what I will do, I will save this data as some data. Like see here, just make download here, export. Now raw events, export. Same data I am going to export here on desktop level. Just save it. Now same export, CSV, just export. Now try to open the site. See here. Okay. Bar is there. That's why it is showing like that. Now go ahead and check. Download. First raw. Export CSV. CSV is nothing but comma separated value. It is a structured data. Whereas raw data means unstructured data. How it looks, we can see. Whatever the data we are searching, we can check with how it looks. This is the raw data. Yes, you can read it, but you can't search it. For example, you have a client IP, this one. I want to know how many client IPs of with the same IP address. For example, I want to know action equals to add card, how many events you have. You can't do. But here, see, if it is CSV, it is called rows and columns. This is field name and this is the field values. This is field name and these are the field values. This is a field name and rows and columns. Here in this CSV file, you can apply your SQL query and we can make your statistics for your better understanding. Why? Because this is a structured data. On the structured data, SQL query is the structure query language. We can apply structure query language to search and modify and to uh, check your data within the databases or see like Excel is one database, no? Simply. But whereas you can't do everything, we can't do same thing here on the raw data. Why? Because it is in the form of unstructured format. But Splunk will do. See here, whatever the unstructured data is in the form of events now. Now I just run the command. See here, I want no transactions. It's a one real-time use case. Transaction. Which transaction you want? Starts with you, ends with purchase. That means there we have a buttercups like a Flipkart. There we have a buttercups.com. So many people are accessing this buttercupsgames.com. I want to know IP addresses who are starting with view and with purchase events only. That means fair events. I want a fair events, which was the client IP is which was client IP. Client IP. Client IP means IP address. So IP address starts with view and with the purchase here. These all of the card. See, this IP address will be action equals to view, and after that action equals to purchase again, and after that again some product activity is done, and after that action equals to add to card. Like that, he is doing a lot of operations. Like you can get to know that what is the top client IP is. Easily you can get run the command and check the command. Basically, if it is a database, you can use a SQL query. If it is in raw event form, we will use a Splunk to write our queries. Splunk is using a own language called Splunk language. Got my point? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
This is called Splunk. Why Splunk? What Splunk means? A Splunk is a software platform which makes your mission data accessible, usable, and valuable to everyone. Our Splunk is a software platform which will convert your unstructured data into structured format. Our Splunk is a software platform which will work as a search tool or reporting tool or visualization tool, which will be creates reports, alerts, dashboards from their own GUI. Next, why Splunk? Next, why Splunk? And before going to why Splunk, what is exactly mission data? What benefits you are getting with the mission data? So why we are needs to go with the mission data? We have a SQL query, we have a databases. People are using a lot of things on databases. We just search with your SQL queries, na? And we have other tools also we can do operations. What is the purpose of going with the mission data and what benefits you will get with the mission data? We will see you on next session on tomorrow. Do you have any questions till now? Please ask me. So tomorrow agenda is what benefits of mission data and why Splunk. Clear? Do you have any questions? Please ask me.
Sir, after class, do we get any documents in class wise for each class?
Yes, definitely. After 3 to 4 sections, you'll get the document. Why? Because nearly 5 to 7 sections will be a theoretical explanation completely. Okay. And within the
Okay.
3 to 4 sections, all the people will be confirmed. The batch will be confirmed. Once the batch will be confirmed, they will be creating WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, we will share everything.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Everything will be shared. Don't worry about it. No need to bother about the documentation and other stuff, man. If you are really interested, I will share everything to you. And I will support you up to get job. You'll get job. Any questions, please ask me. So that's all enough today. Thank you. Thanks for your join. Thanks for your time and thanks for joining the session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Bye bye. Thank you.